Well, good morning or evening, afternoon. I always say that because I always make these videos in the morning, but you might not be watching it in the morning, so whatever. um, so interesting, an interesting thing. I don't know if you guys have considered this. What we focus on, we give energy to. But have you thought about this particular part of that concept? If you're focusing on what's currently existing in your reality, it keeps persisting. Think about that for a second. The more you focus on what's existing, it keeps persisting. So if you don't like something, say you don't like your car, if you keep focusing on it, your car that you currently have, not the car you want, and you don't see yourself driving the car you want, you don't feel yourself driving, because that's really what you want, is the feeling of like, yeah, I have a new car. You want that feeling so that it comes to you. It's already manifesting. But you're not. You're focusing on the car. And even crazier is we don't even just focus on the thing we don't want. We focus on the feeling we don't like about the thing we don't want. We we just double whammy that. So we keep giving energies to these things, but they're not the things we want. But we keep feeding them energy so they're alive and they stay alive and they persist. Has anyone ever considered that before? I thought that was an interesting thing. Because so Abraham was bringing it up in the context, right? Because somebody was talking about how they don't feel like their family was respecting them. So why should they leave the millions that they made to their family? Their family doesn't respect them and all their hard work. And Abraham had to point out to them, well, first of all, you're saying that they have to earn your love and generosity, right? So they have to treat you a specific way, make you feel a specific way in order to get something from you. So that's not from a place of love, right? That's a place of ego. And so that's not going to help your growth, and it's not going to help them. And it's also building bad karma. It's kind of, every time you're working from a place of ego, you're back onto the karma wheel, the karmic cycle. And I know for a lot of us, it's like, well, why do I have to do it? Why do I have to be the bigger person? I don't want to be the bigger person. I get it, okay? I do. I get it. I don't always, and trust me, there's times where I'm being the bigger person and I go home and I'm in my head, I'm like, yeah. But I just don't actually do it. I think that's the difference. As much as those thoughts go on in my head and I'm thinking man, I'd like to just throw punches. I don't. So yeah. I'm not saying I'm better than those who do actually throw punches, just I'm better practice of self-control. I don't know. Anyways, what you focus on, what you give energy to, keeps persisting. So if you, and I really liked how Abraham was focusing on now, because everything is now, literally, right? So anything you want is happening right now. You just might not have it tangibly in your hands right this physical moment, because sometimes it takes a minute, not just for our brains and our meaty flesh sacs and everything to kind of, believe what energetically we already know is true. Sometimes too, the 3D has to catch up to us, right? Like the physical manifestation has to kind of catch up. But it doesn't mean it can't happen in minutes and hours. Something's gonna happen instantaneously. I've had it happen instantaneously. True story. I'm sure lots of stories are out there. I would love to hear, actually, in the comments, I would love to hear your stories with some of your instant manifestations, right? Where you're like, man, I could really use a pencil, and all of a sudden you're turning the corner on the sidewalk and there's a pencil on the ground. That stuff. I love that stuff. They don't have to be big, right? Sometimes they are big. I had a really big one happen last year, and I was so not ready for it at all that I didn't even see it. It came. I was talking and hung out and everything, and then it left, and then I think we do that a lot too. But if we don't see it, it's because we're not ready for it, right? We're not at that vibrational level yet. And you have to accept that you're not ready. Some things you're just not ready for. And it doesn't mean they won't come back around. It was just kind of like maybe the energy was just like feeling you out a little. Be like, are you ready yet? And you're like, nope, can't see you yet. I'm not ready yet. So then when you finally do see them, you know you're ready. Because your higher self won't put you in a place that you're not ready for, right? It won't let you see things you're not ready to see. So that's always comforting to know. You only are given what you can actually physically handle, mentally, emotionally, energetically. So maybe not just physically, metaphysically as well. So I just thought that was really cool though. So if you're having a hard time with, feeling stuck, it could possibly be because you keep focusing on the things that exist. Could be simple as telling a story, right? Like, oh man, I really need a new car. My car sucks. I have an old car. Instead of saying, I'm getting a new car. Or it could be something like, man, here's a great one. I am so sick. I feel so sick today. Don't say that. Say, man, I was getting a cold. I feel so much better now. I'm getting better. I can feel it. I'm getting better already. I'm better now. Like you can slowly integrate it to the point where you want it to be. Maybe you can't start off going, I'm all better. Maybe you have to start incrementally saying, I'm feeling better. Yeah, I'm getting better. And then be like, yeah, no, I am better. I can feel it. I'm better now. You might have to build up to it, to the opposite spectrum. But every belief system will have an opposite belief, right? Duality, polarity. It's always there. So you can hold one end of the pole or the other end of the pole. One pole is like, man, the world's ending and everyone hates me and they all are gonna die and burn in hell. And the other one is, today's fucking awesome. Everything is working in my favor. Oh look, I found $20 on the ground. That's the other end. So, but you can't always go from like to Sometimes you have to go in like short little incremental steps, and that's okay. And that's when you choose the best feeling you can for the day. So if you wake up and your day is like, man, this is gonna suck today, but the best feeling you got is, you know what? I got new coffee though. That's all you have maybe. That's your best feeling. Choose that one to focus on. Don't focus on, oh, my day's gonna suck. And as you focus on the better feeling that you can find within yourself, each better feeling, you'll build momentum. And as the momentum builds, you'll find by the end of the day, you're feeling way better than you did when you woke up. Because you keep building momentum, right? You always choose to focus. You can't always control your thoughts. I know people say control your thoughts, change your thoughts. My thoughts, I don't control them. They just roll around in my brain, in, out, up and down, like fucking bouncy balls, okay? Just not even kidding. So I just pick one to focus on that is the best feeling, right? The one that I can maybe isn't as fast as some of my thoughts are really fast. So I focus on the ones that I can actually see, hold on to, that aren't moving so fast, that have the best feeling attached to it. And that's choosing the path of least resistance in the moment. So if you're having a hard time because you keep focusing on the things that you don't want to keep persisting, but they are persisting because you can't stop yourself from focusing on them in your head. You've made that story, I can't stop, but you can. Just do the little thing. Just focus on the better feeling you can find in the moment. Just focus on the best one in that moment. It doesn't have to be big, huge, or crazy awesome. Like I said, simple as you got new coffee. And the other thing is to remember that all is now. Because what you're focusing on right now is going to affect what you manifest in 2 minutes from now, tomorrow, in an hour, whatever, right? And the more you focus on the better option, the better emotion in every moment, the higher and the more mass you get behind that momentum of it, the next day it gets a bit easier to wake up in a better mood and focus on the better feeling each time. And you just keep building momentum day in, day out. And yeah, you're gonna have setbacks and you're gonna have times where you're gonna have to work harder at it than others. And some days you might just need to fucking take a break. Like, I'm not doing this shit today. Today is a day where I'm just gonna feel like shit and I'm gonna own it. Thank you. That's okay too. Just be good to yourself, and one tiny little step at a time. You don't have to leapfrog. Right? Anyways, have a great day. Okay, bye.